What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 58, and we start today's episode off by completing the signing of Jose Perez. The Newcastle striker accepts his contract here at Racing Santander, and as you can see, Morata, of course, we don't have the money to afford him now, so Morata is not going to join us, even though he accepted his contract and did want to come to El Sardinero. He would have been the first 80+ rated player to join the club, but in the last episode, if you missed that, go back and watch it. You guys voted to sign Rodriguez ahead of Morata, so thank you to everyone that voted, and as you can see, these are Perez's stats. He looks very, very decent, and we got him for £1.5 million under this valuation as well, as he only cost £4 million. And again, if we would have signed Morata, we wouldn't have been able to sign Perez. So I got to be honest, I actually forgot to show you the stats of Rodriguez, but you'll see it in just a moment's time in the squad report. I got to be honest, I'm pretty happy with that signing, even though it would have been nice to have got the first 80+ rated player in our club. It's totally fine with me, because as you can see, the board here give us £4 million after I request some funds, which is pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that, because Rodriguez, in my opinion, at 24 years old, is almost certain to hit 80 at some stage. He's a rapid player, he can play on the wings and up top, so he's going to be very versatile. It gave us the room to sign Perez, and possibly, now the request funds come in, possibly a new signing as well for the first team, or if not on the bench. I got to be honest, I'm really happy with the business we've done so far. We, of course, sold Jose Pozo to Bayern Munich for £5 million. We've seen a load of players leave on loans and a couple of players get sold as well. I'm pretty happy with what we've done right now. The business has been pretty decent. The £13 million we got as an initial budget. I wasn't sure whether we'd be able to sign anyone significant, maybe a few players around the 72, 73, 74 mark. But instead, a 76 overall rated striker who I think will look very good in our team, leading the line up top. A very good winger who will probably start on the wing and maybe play up front in some games. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, and now as well, as you can see the squad report as well, as we're about to start the new season off here with our first competitive game against Barcelona in the Supercopa España, is that how you pronounce that? I'm pretty happy with the team, I really am. I think we made some great signings. We've got 3 players who in my opinion should hit 80 at the end of the season, in Pedro Obiang, who has of course joined on a pre-contract, he's 79 overall. Of course we got Oliver Torres already, 78 overall, and only 22 years old I think he is, so we should definitely hit 80. And also Jesse Rodriguez, 79 overall, 24 years old. So I would imagine that all 3 of those players, or at least 2 of those players, and at the very, very, very least, at least 1 of those players, should hit 80 before the end of the season. So, with Perez coming in as well, 76 overall, I really do believe that we have built a very, very nice squad here coming into the new season. And I know, of course, it's not as good as, some teams will build in career mode, because we just don't have the money to do it yet. But we're showing signs of progression season by season. And as you can see, this is our team and how I'll probably line up the first 11 for the majority of the season here. There is only one player in our first 11 that is under 70, and that is Hector Bellerin at right back, who I don't mind too much as he's absolutely rapid and does the job, and I'm thinking about signing a new defender anyway to play either right back or left back. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm more than willing to admit that this is a long project, but, coming into our 4th season, I'm so pleased with what we've done since the beginning of this series. I really am. So, things coming together really nicely here at El Sardinero. Of course, still a few £1 million to spend as well, so possibly a new sign to come in as well, or maybe we'll leave the budget as it is and maybe sign a couple of players on pre-contracts next year, just like Alberto Moreno, but we'll have to wait and see. Still, a very good summer transfer window as things stand, and still a few weeks left as well. Still, we take on Barcelona for the first game of the new season with Racing Santander here, but it's not in La Liga, it is in the España Super Cup, or the Supercup España, basically the Spanish version of the Community Shield. Barcelona won La Liga, and of course we won Copa del Rey, which does mean we will face each other over 2 legs here in the first competitive games of the season. And the first chance fell here in the 12th minute here as Oliver Torres gets on the ball and fake shots around his man and plays it through towards Andy Kappa, or Andy Kepa, who Berber spins around Jordi Alba, and Alba is a very quick left back, but he can't get enough pace to get past Andy Kappa, who goes through himself and squeezes it in at the near post. Bravo can't keep it out, and it's Racing Santander 1, Barcelona 0, and it's the perfect start to the game here at El Sardinero. Of course, this will be played over 2 legs, and I was literally just mesmerised when Andy Kepa took the ball past Jordi Alba there, because he's not a slow left back at all. Alba is a really, really rapid left back, but he just couldn't keep up, and Andy Kepa does make it 1-0. So the perfect start to this game. And it is our right midfielder giving us the early lead. But in 19th minute here, as Albentosa heads this ball out, Rodriguez is on the ball for us, making his debut. He slides it through to another player making his debut, Perez, who goes through after fake shot around Mascherano and then blasting the ball into the bottom corner. And 20 minutes into this game, it is Racing Santander 2, Barcelona 0. So 2 players making their debuts there in Rodriguez and Perez. That was a lovely ball inside. Well, 3 players making their debuts, but 2 of the 3 players linking up there. Lovely ball inside, and Perez with a great finish. And I have to say, you know, Rodriguez is probably going to start on the left wing for most of our games. We can utilise his pace out there and then cut balls inside towards Perez, who's going to be starting up front with a good finish on him. And that's exactly what happened there. That's what we want to see all throughout the season. Those 2 linking up really nicely, and Perez does make it 2-0 to Racing Santander. So what a fantastic start to this game. Everything going really well. And on the stroke of half time, it could have been 3-0. Pedro Obiang finds Rodriguez going for his first goal for the club on his debut. Unfortunately, though, the shot is blocked and does go behind for a corner. But we kept the pressure on from the corner. It was crossed into the box by Ranieri Aguza. Our captain seeks out Oliver Torres in the centre. It comes down to Albentosa, and our big centre-back is denied by a good stop by the goalkeeper. And Barcelona get the ball away. So half-time here at El Sardinero, Racing Santander 2, Barcelona 0. And we were looking like an absolutely dominant force and one to be reckoned with. Barcelona were all at sea. And in the second half, was the same thing going to happen? Well, just 5 minutes after the restart, Oliver Torres wins us a penalty here after a nice couple of skill moves, goes through and gets taken down in the area, and Barcelona can have no complaints about that one. As Mascherano just seems to barge into Oliver Torres there, and the referee points to the spot. So the Argentine didn't really seem to have any complaints either. I guess he was just lucky not to get a booking there. It was a bit of a ferocious sort of charge into Torres, and it is a definite penalty. He took out one of his own teammates doing that as well, just noticed. But still, penalty to us, and what a chance to make it 3-0 to Racing Santander. We've beaten Barcelona by 2 clear goals before. We've shown that we are good enough to beat these sides on occasion. And as Aguza stands up to take the penalty, despite Bravo diving the right way, he does score. His 100% penalty record continues, and Ranieri Aguza makes it Racing Santander 3, Barcelona 0. So this is a 2-legged affair. We will have a second leg to come at the Nou Camp, but to be honest, on this showing, I don't really care what team Barcelona put out at the Nou Camp and what team we put out. We will probably beat them away from home, because we were just dominating and looking absolutely fantastic and just flawless. Nothing was going wrong. But of course, straight after saying that, wouldn't you just know that 6 minutes later, Barcelona will come through here with Sergio Busquets, holding off the challenger Blanco and sliding it through towards Neymar. The Brazilian crosses the ball in and picks out his South American colleague Luis Suarez, and the Uruguayan heads it past Ruben Blanco and makes it 3-1. So just past the hour mark, Barcelona are back in the game, and because of the away goal ruling, that's a pretty crucial goal for them. Okay, yes, still a 2-goal deficit. They'll still have to score 2 goals on the Nou Camp, but even so, disappointed to concede directly after scoring, and Suarez does make it 3-1. And just a couple minutes later here, as Aguza makes a challenge, Mascherano wins it back and finds Sergio Roberto. He picks out Luis Suarez, the goal scorer. He finds Neymar, the assist for the goal for Luis Suarez. Those 2 linking up really nicely here, and as Busquets finds Neymar, he finds Suarez, and Suarez gets his 2nd goal of the game in just a few minutes, and it's Racing Santander 3, Barcelona 2. A lovely move goal there from Barcelona, a lovely passing move goal there, but to be honest, that's 2 goals conceded in 5 in-game minutes, or maybe even 4 in-game minutes thinking about it. And Barcelona, who at 3-0 down, were pretty much, maybe not out of the tie per se, but they'll, you know, be they'll be up against it, let's just say that, at the Nou Camp. Now at 3-2 with 2 away goals, there's only really 1 goal separating them and the trophy, because if they score 1 goal and win the game 1-0 at the Nou Camp, they will win the trophy by away goals. So very disappointed. And after that, Oliver Torres ran forward but was stopped by Bravo in the goal. Very good save there, and it is still 3-2. And in the 88th minute, I don't know what happened to my defence, but for some reason everyone was pushed up. Maybe because I was on counter attack, probably so. And Pedro, who came off the bench for Deulofeu, smashes the ball into the bottom corner and completes the comeback. Racing Santander 3, Barcelona 3. Could have been 4-3 to Barcelona in stoppage time had it not been for a great save by Blanco, and that is how the game finishes. So Racing Santander 3, Barcelona 3, and had you told me before the game would finish 3-3, I would have said fair enough, but from being 3-0 up 5 minutes into the second half to throw away 3 goals A 3-goal lead in 40 in-game minutes. I don't care who you're facing, that is just absolutely shambolic. So we have thrown away a fantastic chance to win this trophy. Of course we can still win the new camp, we will have to score due to the away goal ruling, but even so, I'm absolutely livid about that. A terrible second half, and that quite frankly was not good enough. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, despite the worst goal deficit throwaway I've ever done before on YouTube, then please do leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.